You know what's so great, Courtney, is that sometimes you see a recipe in a magazine, especially in this month edition of Rhode Island Monthly, and you say, my gosh, I wish I could see somebody make it, and guess what? We're going to do it today, right? We've got Melissa Denmark from Gracies, and what are we making today?
Today we're making a coconut buttermilk tart.
Okay, why'd you pick that recipe?
Well, actually, it was requested because it was on this Rhode Island Monthly. It was a tart we did over in the summer menu.
Okay, great.
So we're revisiting it today.
Why not? All right, let's check out the ingredients. What goes in it?
Sure. So we have butter, sugar, eggs, freshly grated lime zest,
ooh, yay,
freshly juiced limes, buttermilk, a little bit of vanilla.
Is this a relatively easy recipe for people to pull off at home, you think? Or?
Definitely.
Okay, so it's not like for the highly advanced pastry chef or anything like that. How long have you been doing this?
About 5 years. Yeah, I went to school for baking, and now I'm working at Gracie's.
Awesome. Gracie's is located where?
On Washington Street, downtown Providence.
All right, so if people want to test some of your fabulous stuff, that's where they can find you.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get our buttermilk coconut tart going in the kitchen in just a minute, but for now we'll send things back to you. I have this little tart circle here, and we're going to be filling it with something really good, a coconut buttermilk tart with Gracie's, and we're going to start with our dough, right? You've already put it together.
Right.
Give us a quick synopsis of what went into the dough.
Sure. So this recipe is online, but this is made with almond flour, a lot of butter, and some sugar.
A lot of butter. All right, good.
It actually needs about 2 hours to rest in the cooler, so we've done this ahead of time.
Okay, gotcha.
And this holds really well in the freezer or in the fridge.
So when you're looking for a certain amount, what would you suggest? Are you looking for like a small ball, or like how do you know what's enough for each tart?
So I roll them out individually, and I'll use about the size of my palm.
Okay, gotcha.
But you can also roll out a larger tart if you'd like.
And then just cut it if you want.
Absolutely.
All right. So you've got your fancy rolling pin there. Let's roll that out.
Sure.
Now, why do you like using the almond flour? It kind of has a different texture and taste, right?
It does. And for this, it's really nice because it leaves the crust very delicate, which is nice with a very custardy filling like we're using today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that was at room temperature, or did you take it right out of the fridge and start rolling?
It's out of the cooler. That's how it works best.
Yep. So you lay it in the little... Now, where do we pick up these little tart pans? Can you get them at pretty much...
You can get them, pretty much any food supply store.
Okay.
I've seen them at Williams-Sonoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come in all different shapes and sizes also.
Okay, great. So nice little individual desserts. We're going to be making the coconut buttermilk filling for our tarts with Melissa from Gracie's in just a minute. Now back to you. So yeah, I'm looking through Rhode Island Monthly, and I come across this. Gracie's talking about their coconut buttermilk tart, and it says, you need an adventurous spirit to down this Eastern-inspired divinity. What? This is like, did you read this and go, wow, huh? What a review.
Well, thank you.
Do you think it's a good summation of your recipe there, or what?
I think that it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you love it. It's easy to make. It's good, right?
It is. It's a crowd pleaser, and it's fun, especially in the summertime, which is when it was featured on our menu.
Gotcha. All right, so we're carrying it into the fall. Now, we've got our pastry little pans filled here, but you brought along these baking beans, which I've never seen before. What do we do with these?
So these go right on top of all the tarts.
Okay.
We're going to pop these in the oven for about 5 minutes at 350 degrees. These are just to weigh down the dough while it's baking.
So if you don't put it on there, what could happen? Just puffs right up?
It might puff up, and then also what this is going to do is make sure that the tart shell is fully baked.
All right, so let's see what we got in the oven here.
Right.
We got our little, let me stick that magazine back there. You
so
got some
I've
pot holders
gone
there.
ahead and par-baked some for this project.
Okay, so these are the ones that are done. Gotcha.
And we're going to move on to step 2 of this tart, which is making the filling.
Okay.
And here is the toasted coconut, which is what you're going to want to start with. At 350 degrees, you're going to stir your coconut several times during the baking process. It'll take about 5–10 minutes.
Okay.
The coconut has a tendency to burn, so when it's all golden brown, that's when it's ready.
And that looks like perfect. Okay, good. And we have our mixer ready to go. How much butter are we putting in?
So this is 4 ounces, or a half a cup of butter.
Salted or unsalted?
I use unsalted. That way you can kind of control the seasoning.
Sure.
And this is going to start creaming with 2 cups of sugar.
Oh, great. How many servings does this make?
This recipe will make 12.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so
if you're having people over, it'll be plenty. Okay, good.
And it's important to make sure that all of your ingredients are at room temperature. That helps them combine together really nicely.
We got a couple of eggs to add.
I'm going to turn the mixer down slightly and add them one at a time.
Oh my goodness, you have such precision adding those eggs.
I have a little bit of practice.
Yeah, I would say so, right? And then the last one's going to go in there. Yeah. All right.
And then we're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract.
And what do we have there?
Some freshly zested limes.
Okay. Oh, what a great combination of flavors. That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. The sweet coconut and the tart limes, really nice.
And is that lime juice there?
Lime juice.
Okay, and there's the coconut milk, right?
This is actually buttermilk.
Oh, buttermilk. Sorry, yep.
Is what makes it really nice and creamy.
Oh, that's coming together great in there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. And then the final step for this is to fold in our toasted coconut.
Okay. Should I do it?
Go for it.
All right. Dump all that in there. Try not to get too much on the table. A little bit of sprinkling there.
Perfect.
All right, there we go. Move that out of the way.
There we go.
And then you can do your magic.
Sure.
So once we fill these shells, they're going to go into what degree of an oven here?
350 degrees for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
The filling is going to get nice and bubbly and golden brown.
Is there a way to tell that they're done? What would you say to look for? Does the top need to look a certain way, or? Actually, we have our finished products right here.
Products if you want to show everybody.
So this is what it should look like when it comes out. Beautiful golden brown. What do you normally serve it with? Would you say a cup of coffee, or what do you think goes nicely with it?
Well, I like to serve this, I mean, it'd be good as far as beverages with a nice cocktail.
Okay.
A little pina colada for the summertime.
Oh, there you go.
But we do this with a Kefir lime syrup.
Oh, is this what this is right here?
And that's what that is right there. And we'll
Should I drizzle it up? Do you do it on the side, over the top? Can I just do a little design?
I think whatever.
I'll do a little. Is that too much? Is that good?
That's beautiful.
Oh, look at that. All right. Oh, what's this?
And then this at the restaurant is how I would serve it, with a little bit of coconut curry sorbet.
Oh, look at that.
Just a little bit spicy.
So pretty. Can I try?
Please.
Okay. So while I'm tasting this, tell me a little bit about what you have for the fall for people to indulge in.
In the fall, we're going to introduce some root vegetables. We've got pumpkin with a maple bread pudding on the menu right now.
Sounds good.
Chocolate and ginger churros. It's going to be a good season.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa from Gracie's. Fabulous dish. Don't forget you can find the recipe right now at foxprovidence.com. I'm going to snack on the rest. Now we'll head to Michelle, see how our Monday forecast is.